Okay, guys. So we use the past perfect to talk about an event that occurred in the past before another action happened. So we are talking about two actions happening in the past, but one of them happened first and then the other one happened later. For example, in here on this conversation, we have this. I was having lunch with a friend and I had parked it, talking about the bike, I had parked my bike on the street. So we say that the first thing that she did, the first thing that this person did was arrive. She arrived and then she parked her bike. And after she parked the bike, she went and had lunch. So we have that this action happened first and then this action happened later. I was having lunch with a friend and I had parked it on the street. Of course, she first parked the bike and then she went inside and had lunch. So I have another extra information to show you about this. This is the document that I sent you on Telegram. And in here, we are talking about the past tenses. So in English, all the tenses have these four states. Let's say, for example, we have simple present, we have present continuous, we have present perfect, and we have present perfect continuous. The same way we have past and future. So we have past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. This opportunity, we are going to be talking about past perfect. Again, we use the past perfect for an action that happened before another action or at a specific time in the past. For example, he studied so much because he had received a lot of homework. So first, of course, he had received the homework, and then he studied. So this happened first and then this happened later, which is basically what this tense wants to express. This, in here we talk about an action and then we talk about the result of the action. For example, if we say, when we arrived at the cinema, the film had already started. Let's say that the film started at 6:30 and then I arrived at 6:45. So if I say, when I arrived at the cinema, the film had already started, we say that this action, the film started here at 6:30 and then at 6:45 I arrived. In here, we have this timeline, we have past, present, and future. So we are saying that these two actions, both of them are happening, that both of the actions are happening in the past, both of them, but then one is happening first than the other one. If I say, when I arrived at the cinema, the film had already started, it's because the first thing that happened is the one that I have on my past perfect, because that's what it indicates, an action in the past that happened before another action. So we also have this other example. For example, the meeting had already started by the time I arrived. So again, we have this timeline, we have past, we have now, which is present, and then we have the future. The two actions are happening in the past, both of them, but then, let's say that the meeting started at 8 o'clock, and then I arrived at 8:15. The meeting had already started by the time I arrived. So first, the meeting started, then I arrived. For example, in here, when we arrived at the cinema, the film had already started. We say, the film started, and then I arrived. These are the same examples, basically, that we have on the book. They are very similar. We have, for example, on the grammar focus, let me go there. Again, use the past perfect for an event that occurred before another event in the past. We have, I was having lunch with a friend, and then we have our past perfect event, and I had parked my bike on the street. So of course, first I parked the bike and then I was having lunch. When I came back, someone had stolen it. So this one, the event on the past perfect, the past perfect event happens first. First someone stole it and then I came back. That's why I couldn't see who stole it, and that's why I steal it probably. And then we have they were able to steal it because I had forgotten to look it up. So basically, again, this action, the action in the past perfect, happens first because I forgot to look it up, and that's why they were able to steal my bike. So this is basically it for the past perfect. Again, we use this tense to talk about an event that occurred before another event in the past. Also, for you guys to keep in mind, if you guys remember the present perfect, you know that the present perfect is constructed by the particle have and then the past participle of the verb. So I can say, for example, I have bought this computer before. Then the past perfect, instead of using the have on the past perfect, we are using had. So we are using the particle had and then we are using the past participle. So we can do this type of sentences. I was listening to music because I had bought a computer. That means that, of course, first I bought my computer and then I was listening to music. And that's pretty much it with this grammar for today.